Hello, and welcome to At Home with Lucas. So today we're going to be talking about Vicseed bike phone holder. Yes, people, this is a company that contacted me personally and they said, hey, we have a 5-star bike phone holder we want you to review and tell us whether it actually is 5 stars or not. Now, I've reviewed a couple bike phone holders in the past and none of them have been 5 stars as of yet, so this one could actually be the 5-star winner. I'm not sure. All right, in this video we're going to be doing a hands-on with the box, then we're going to do a quick unboxing and first impressions on said holder. Then I'm going to slap that bad boy onto my mountain bike and go for a 4-mile bike ride and figure out all the ins and outs of this holder. After that, I'm going to give you my full review. All right, let's go ahead and jump into it. Right, let's take a look at this bad boy right quick. So this is a very minimal box if I've ever seen one. Maybe a startup of some sort. This is very interesting. So you got the name right, chair. You got the V holder, bike phone holder. That's hilarious. They got holder twice. Make your life simple. I like that mantra. You got a V over there. This box is oddly soft touch. I have no idea why. You got a little bit more information on the back, and that's about it. Let's get into this one. Shaw! All right. There is the holder itself. Let's continue on through here. You got like a QR, installation video. Very cool. All right. Cool, I like that. And then you have the, interesting. Wow. I guess some people who've never put one of these on would probably have trouble. So, good on them for giving all the info. Oh, that is premium. Wow. This, I haven't even gotten into it and I already like this right here. I'm liking this. It feels, is this metal? That is metal. I think this is metal. Wow. That it's cold to the touch. Yeah, this is definitely metal. Wow. That might be plastic rot chair. This is definitely plastic. This might be metal though. Wow. Look at that hinge right there too. Very impressed. I am very impressed. Wow. All right. Clear off this table. There we go. Okay, let's take a look at this itself. All right, very interesting. Wow, look how deep this goes. That can hold a tank of a case. All right, so let's see. I've never used this thing before. I'm gonna pull, I think this is the top and the bottom. Yeah, I'm gonna pull down. Okay, so the bottom, ooh, and the top. Nice. I'll hold it this way. Ooh, that is very nice. Wow, I like that. Oh, and it's tucked inside the case. What? Good job, guys. Wow. Let me lock it. Ha! Look at that. This is made out of some kind of aluminum. This is made out of some kind of metal right here. That's metal there. Wow, it feels very sturdy in the extended mode. I don't know what to call it. Wow. This is very premium, guys. This is extremely nice. I like the plastic. It feels it conveys a lot of confidence. The color the color is absolutely awesome. That is so cool. I like that. Ooh, there's a cutout for your charger. Whoa, I don't think I've ever seen that before. Wow. That is impressive, guys. Man. Okay, now I'm going to unlock it and let's see this thing snap back down. Let me get my hand so it's not blocking it. Here we go. That is very satisfying. Wow. All right, let's do what I have missed once before when I reviewed a phone mount. I forgot to put a phone in it. Let's snap this guy in. Bear with me, people. Ooh, that is solid. Wow. As you can tell, this phone has no case on it whatsoever. Wow. That is so nice. Okay. Man. Alright, so this has no case on it. The first thing that I'm noticing though that I'm not super excited about is, now watch, this has no case on it, so it's thinner probably than your phone would be because you would have a case on it, but that is moving around and I don't like that at all. So I'm not sure. I can imagine when you're writing that's probably going to happen. Of course, my phone does have a case on it, so that might make a big difference, but take that into consideration if you have a phone without a case. Look at that movement. And of course, I'm going to push it all the way down and I'm going to hold it upside down. I'll give it a little shake and let's see if it moved. Yes, it moved up just a smidge. So take that into consideration when you're using a phone that has no case. It is going to move around. I actually dealt with a phone, bike phone mount that gave you like little inserts that you could put in here to make this gap here smaller. That's very interesting. It looks like these are gripping differently up here. See those grips there? Those grips look like they're different than back here. This looks like it's allowing it to go up and down. So they may push back and say that's good, question mark. I don't see how that can be good. So it looks like it's just the back that's moving. Very interesting. The front does not move at all, hardly. Okay, so we'll have to okay, so that's how I removed it. Let me try to put it back in normal way. And do a little slide action. Okay, so one-handed, it's gonna go in very easily. Let me try to get this all on camera. Here we go. One-handed. Yeah, one-handed very easily. When this is locked onto something, I can imagine the one-handed is gonna work just fine. Let's do the same thing. I'm pushing it all the way down. I'm gonna give it a little shake, and there we go. It even got further up. Okay, so it got all the way up. So they may push back and say that that's by design and it's okay for the bottom to flex up and down. They also may say that most people have their phones in cases and aren't as slippery as this Note 3. Of course, when I put my phone in here, my Note 10 Plus with its case, it's not going to move at all. So I would say if you're rocking a naked phone, then take that into consideration. But other than that, this is very solid. Let me go ahead and pull it out. So you kind of want to pull from the bottom like this, but you really need to take your phone in the middle and pull down and out. So that worked perfectly. I'm going to flip this around and put it back in upside down just for filming's sake. It is so bad to look at a screen constantly. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and loosen this up. I really like this. This is very solid, and they went the extra mile on this for sure. You can tell that this is not just cheap plastic. They didn't just hack this together. This is a company that really cares. Yeah, that ball joint is solid, people. Wow, I like that a lot. It's made out of like really good plastic too. I don't know how to explain it other than it feels premium and very solid. Okay, so there we go. That is it together. Wow, I love this. I love the ball joint down here. I love the material. I like the look of it. This is a very solid bike phone mount. I have to give them credit right off the bat before we even get into anything. Lock it up. Yeah, that's locked. All right, coming up, we are going to mount this onto the bike, and well, first let's do a little loosen here. Hold on. I think I was getting ahead of myself. I'm getting so excited. Wow. Okay. Whoa. I was expecting this to just keep moving around and be all flimsy, but this is a legit thread going through the metal. I'm going to call this metal now. Clamp. I'm going to call this a freaking clamp. This is something you would... This is like an industrial quality clamp right here. Wow. Okay. This is next level. This right here is 5 stars, 5 out of 5, 100%. Before we even get into it, my only question, okay, my only concern is I'm not seeing anywhere where you can lock this. So that's my only question right now. I'm not seeing a way to lock it. So once I do put this on and I thread this all the way down and I lock it in by using strength, this may start to vibrate out. So that is the first real design flaw that I'm seeing, and I could be wrong. Of course, I will test this out fully, but that is a little bit strange that there's no lock right here or over here. Typically, these things lock down once they're fully tightened. So hopefully that's not a problem, and hopefully I am wrong on that, because this is extremely premium. I almost feel like this should like come out like it should be like a lock and key where you lock it into place and you pull it out, and that would make me feel so much better. This always being out is that's a problem right there. Wow. Yeah, there's no way to lock it. Like back here you have a lock, there is no lock here. So first impressions, I'm already almost 5-starring it, and I haven't even gotten into the review yet. This is very, very solid, very premium. I like the material it's made out of. I love the look. They seem to have gone the extra mile on little things, which is what you want out of a case, because there's a lot of these out there. All right, coming up, we're gonna mount this on the bikes. Okay, I'm gonna mount this onto my mountain bike. I've since learned that this is plastic. You can hear the tinniness of that metal. This is plastic, but it's made out of a very, very, very solid plastic that actually fully confused me and made me think that it was metal, so good on you guys for that. Okay, so I got my standard mount right here. This is my go-to. I have 2 of these. I put these on every bike that I have. This one may become my upgrade. I'm not sure. This one is absolutely amazing right here, but this one is very, very cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and quickly mount it right on to the side over here, and I'll get right back. Right, so there we go. Mounting was very, very simple. The only thing that I don't really like is that this thing is so wide right here that my kink handlebar is bent down. As you can see over here, it bends down, and it's so wide that it's actually on the up part over here where it's coming up, so it's not like gripping it exactly flush. So that's a little bit odd that it's that wide, but of course they'll push back and say this thing's not falling off, whereas this one might. So I like the look of this. This looks very clean. It's very elegant looking. It's very sturdy. If I go ahead and try to move this thing, it's not going anywhere, and I haven't even fully locked this down all the way. This one, it has a little bit more give to it, so that is very, very cool. This thread down here was extremely, let me see if I can't get that in focus. This was extremely solid. I have no worries about that, but like I said, over time, I have no idea if that's gonna start to vibrate off and unscrew. So that's the biggest worry, is that this thing will completely unscrew and then the whole thing will fall off. There is no safety net on this. If that unthreads, then it's going to simply just fall right off the bottom. There is no safety net. There's nothing wrapped around it, whereas this one, if the thread fails and this falls out, the worst that's going to happen is it's going to fall back and it's going to stay locked in. But the ease of taking this on and off is huge. That's 5 stars. Oh, my boy is ready to go. All right, we got to get going. So we're going to do a 4-mile bike ride right now. I'm going to throw my Note 10 Plus into here, and I'll tell you how it sits. Okay, so I'm actually filming this on my iPad mini, so bear with me if the audio and the visuals look terrible, but I really had to show what was going on. So the first thing that's going on is it does not even hold the width of my phone because it curves right here. I don't know why they made it curve, but because it curves, it does not allow for a phone that's big to fit in there. Let me see if I can show you. In there, yeah. I even had to push it back. See how I just did it, and it slid out over here. If I push it just a little bit, it flies out on each corner. I don't know why they made this a curve right here. That is bizarre. So that's number one. Number two
is it does not want to allow my phone to sit in the case all the way down at the bottom. They may push back and say it's actually supposed to hover and kind of be able to bounce around. So I'm not sure if that's by design, but that's what I'm noticing, is this will not sit flat on the bottom of the case. Also, the biggest problem is when I go to take this out, it's literally too small for my Note 10 Plus with a fairly small case. Let me pull this thing out of here. Yeah, I couldn't show you that on camera, but this is my phone right here that I film everything from this YouTube channel on, and it does not even fit in here. Like, literally, I had to just pry this out. So I don't know why they would design this thing to be literally like maybe an eighth of an inch too small for one of the bigger phones out there. I understand that this phone is very large, but this mount over here that I was talking about earlier works perfectly with this phone, and this phone could actually be a little bit bigger because these extend all the way out. So this not allowing for my phone to fit in it is a big no-no.
Hey, what's up guys? I want to talk about a sponsor that I have for this channel, Don Pablo Coffee. Yes, people, Don Pablo makes an amazing variety of coffee. I actually went down to Miami, Florida and modeled for his bourbon infused coffee. Yes, people, they have bourbon infused coffee. This is coffee for the people who don't even like to drink coffee. This is coffee for people who love to drink coffee but are bored of the normal coffees. They have single serve bourbon infused coffee. They have whole bean bourbon infused coffee, not to mention all the other varieties they have. They are a small batch coffee roaster. Now you're probably thinking, what does that mean? What does it mean? I'm going to tell you. A small batch means you're going to get a fresher bean. Yes, people, everything they roast is roasted smaller, which means you're getting a fresher batch. All the other companies roast in ginormous roasting contraptions, and that means you're getting it less of a fresh batch. So click the link down below, go buy some amazing coffee, and let's get back to the video. All right, so final thoughts on this thing. I think that they almost have a winner here, but I believe that this is just a smidge too small. I know that my Note 10 Plus case is not the largest. You can actually go with an OtterBox, and that would not fit in here at all. Now, they may push back and say this thing was not designed for such large phones. This thing was designed for more like smaller phones or GPS units that are designed for cycling specifically, and that is why this thing is so large here. I think that if they got rid of this portion right here, and your phone would be able to go in here a lot easier, or if they made this portion like a rubber like that so it could flop in, because it grips so solidly right here, I don't have any worries about it flying out over this way. This part's designed a little strange. Also, I noticed that this does not come out as far as that one right there. So I think that this thing is almost a 5-star device. They just need to extend it a little bit larger. Even if you don't have a phone as big as mine and your case is not as big, it still should extend a little bit more just for ease of in and out. I feel like if it just extended a little bit more, people would be able to put their phone in there a little bit easier. Also, I have no idea why this curves here. That curve right there actually makes it so a phone needs to be even smaller than the width of this. So it's a very bizarre design. And most phones are not rounded at the corners, so I don't understand why they would do that. So I think if they retooled this chin part here, they retooled this part up here, and they made this extend even just a quarter of an inch more, this thing would be a 5-star device. I loved this right here. Typically you have to like do some removing of things, and you have to stretch things out and get them around the handlebar, but the fact that this thing can just grip onto something just by you unscrewing it and then tightening it up, that is amazing. You could put this onto a stroller handle. You could put this onto anything. Like you could be even like going through the airport and get a luggage bag carrier and put this on real quick so your phone is just sitting there. That is something that's truly amazing about this. Is also if you have a mountain bike and you have a cycling bike and maybe you have like a leisure cruiser bike, this thing is going to be amazing. If you're someone who wants just one device, you could buy this and you can literally in seconds go from mountain bike to cycling bike to leisure bike to stroller. I mean, this thing is truly versatile right here. Like I said, this is not made out of metal, but it's made out of some amazing polymer. Like this plastic is truly top notch. Also, it's hard to give it a 5-star rating when this does not fully lock. So if you're gonna do like hours and hours and hours in you know, some rough terrain mountain biking, I don't know if this is going to slowly start to loosen and fall off. They may push back and say there's something in here that once you tighten it all the way, it's almost impossible for this to vibrate loose. I'm not sure. I did notice that when it was locked in on the bike, it did almost no vibrating, which is really good. That means that this may not vibrate all the way out, but I cannot say that for sure right now. I didn't really test the lock feature here. I mean, like I said, my phone barely fit in here, so there was no room to give or anything. But you know, when you do lock it, it's very solid. Well, actually, it is slowly going down even with it being locked. Actually, did I just break it? I don't know. Oh, that's still sticking out. What is going on? What? Look at that. It's still sticking out and it's unlocked now. Did I just break this thing? Okay. Okay. Wow, so you can smash them back in and then pull them back out. What? That is absolutely bizarre. Okay, so that might be a feature. So if you do crash, it can go in a little bit, but I don't know why you'd want it to. That is very strange. Okay, so now I'm very confused on this lock feature. It with just minimal hitting, it just does some very strange. Okay, that is very strange. So I think that this thing is a great first gen, but I cannot wait till they release the second gen of this exact thing. I think that this is a 5-star right here. The ball joint is 5-star. The way it locks in is 5-star. The materials are very, very solid. I'm going to give them 5 stars, but overall, I'm going to give this a solid 4.5 stars. I'm going to say it's almost a 5-star device. It's just not there yet. They need to retool this part right here. They need to retool that. They need to retool the locking. It's just not up to code, up to snuff. But man, is it a very satisfying device to use, minus the few things. So 4.5 solid stars. I think they're on their way to being the best bike phone mount on the market. But as of right now, they're not the best. There are better ones out there, and you know, just hunt around or come back to this channel when I review another one in the future. So subscribe for that, people. Also, I never really looked at this right here. That does, wow, that is a truly expansive opening right there. That can grip onto a lot of different things. So yeah, they have a winner right here. They just need to retool this portion up here. Now, of course, if you have a small phone, then you're going to be, you know, completely happy with this thing, and you're probably not going to have any of the problems I have. But I do know there are a lot of people out there who are cycling with their daily drivers, and those are the iPhone Maxes and the Note devices and the giant phones. So for them to not have made this function with a giant phone is going to hurt them a lot, because people with big phones are going to avoid this thing like the plague, and that's going to lead them to other devices that might not be as good in this direction down here. So 4.5 stars. Good job. It's solid. It's going to do the job. If you don't have a big phone, buy it. There you go, that's the bike phone holder. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely click that like button. And if you want to join the At Home with Lucas family and you want to be a part of this crew, hit that subscribe button. Every time I get a subscriber, I get a boost to make more and more videos, and it's because of you guys I surpassed 2K. Yes, people, on my way to 3K. So thankful, so appreciative, but I need your help. Tell your friends, tell your family, this guy's on YouTube and they should go subscribe to my channel. But as always, I thank you for watching each and every one of my videos, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye-bye. You say bye-bye? Say bye-bye.